I have a lot more about this I want to talk about because it's so important. Because listen, I'm 46. What if you're 20 something and you're like that close to making it, right? And then you lose focus or confidence, and then you jump ship, and instead of becoming a painter like you always wanted to be, or a YouTube star like you wanted to be, or a fitness trainer like you wanted to be, or an electrician like you wanted to be, you quit. And then you try something else because maybe you thought it'd be easier, or you thought there was a bigger opportunity, and then you keep doing that, man, you're gonna be a little bit resentful, and it takes a little while to get out of that hole. So determination leads to success, because often your success in life doesn't really depend on how much talent you have or don't have, actually. For a writer, it's about putting your butt in the chair. For anybody that's in the fitness, it's about getting down and doing some squats or something. You know, on a YouTube thing, it's about getting better every video. And but here's the thing, is that if you start on one thing and you encounter an obstacle and you switch, you could end up doing that for years and years and years of just trying to find the easy path, right? But there is no easy path. At some point, you have to knuckle down and do all the work of figuring out all the little things that you don't know. And eventually, one little success will lead to another success, which will lead to another success, crush, and eventually you're crushing it. That was cheesy. There is one consistent thing that shows up time and time again for people that succeed, and you want to know what that is? Well, it's determination. It's perseverance, it's grit, it's any of those words really, but it just means to keep going, to have an unstoppable fixation of purpose, and to keep trudging along no matter what kind of obstacles come into your path. We talk to somebody that has succeeds, or is succeeding at anything, is because they kept going, and they kept going despite all challenges that crashed in on them. So being determined and motivated and persevering and never giving up and having grit, it all sounds good, right? Because people just say, oh, you keep on going, you keep on going, you keep on going. But there are huge dips, huge valleys, lots and lots of time of like doubting yourself and all that. But the cool thing is if you're chasing after the right thing, it'll be the thing that you're thinking about. You know, when you're tired, like when you don't want to do stuff, it'll still be circulating in your brain. That's the thing that you really wanted to do for you. And that's the kind of thing where like you'll stick with it long enough and you'll think, hey, I want to help people learn how to do a pistol squat, right? But you keep on telling them, hey, I'm going to show you how to do a one-legged squat. But unless you do it for like a long time, you don't realize like there's multiple ways to call something. And it's even the same with YouTube, right? Like you keep on trying to do stuff and all this sort of thing, and then you realize nobody was even looking for the word that you were trying to help them with. So then you do some more research and you figure it out, right? But you don't get any of this if you give up right away. Determination is the ability to lock on to a goal, a purpose, or an outcome, or a way of life, tendencies, traits you want to have, and then to stay focused to achieve those until you've achieved them. And the wicked awesome part about determination is that it's in your control. It's something that you decide. You keep going. You make a decision that you're not going to give up. And, do or do not. There is no try. Well, trying is cool because if you decide to try, you're keeping going. But anyway, you decide to keep going where others quit. And not so much because, you only want the goal, but because you're determined to stay the course and to do the work inside the area that your heart needs and what it needs to be fulfilled. Because, we live once, and until you start picking what it is that you want and then going after it, in a determined manner and never quitting, then you kind of already dead. So that's why determination is so important. But really, like, how does that help? So the thing is that it takes a long time for... You made it to the halftime joke. Okay, so the wife comes up to me, she says, hey man, have you seen the dogs bowl? And I was like, I didn't even know they could. I stole that from Doc Talk on Instagram or TikTok or one of those. It's funny, right? Of what people would think is a failure, where they start a business and then it crashes and burns, and then they say, that's it, I failed, boom. But the thing is that first time you learned a bunch of things, right? And that's why you need to be determined in order to be successful, because you need to stay the course. You need to fail a few times. You need to learn from each one of those failures, and then you get better and better. And then people always see you at the finish line, but they never see any of the training, right? It's like I'm 46 now. I've been doing fitness since I was like 14, training wise, but doing kid stuff before that. I've been on YouTube since 2004. That's a lot of years to do things, just to keep learning and to keep trying. But eventually you start to learn things, and you see things that people that are just starting, they don't know. And if you stick with it and you keep learning, then you become successful. So this is why I said initially that it's not so much about how much talent you have or talent that you don't have. It's about the things that you acquire during the process, right? So yeah, you're gonna feel depressed. You're gonna feel full of anxiety, especially if you're doing stuff in front of people, or if you're in a high pressure situation. You're gonna get things wrong. You just gotta keep on doing it. And you know, with competence or getting good at something, a lot of confidence comes from there. So if you're confident and determined and you keep on going, you'll become successful. And the funny thing is once you become successful, it's not like you stop anyways. You just find something else. And then that's the real big deal, the real reason why, just almost tripping over my cat. That's the real reason why you have to be doing something you like. Because once you become successful and you think, oh, now I can do nothing, I can relax on the beach, it never happens. You just keep wanting more and more things. So you have to find something that you like enough, that will help other people, that you'll want to stick with long enough because it's so important to you that you'll get good at it. And then find that little X. And if you're determined, you'll become successful. But it might take a while. I just wanted to do a quick blurb on this today. I have a lot more about this, and I want to keep talking about it because it's so important, right? And if you like this stuff, subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'd like to keep... Did I just say that I'd like to keep going? I am gonna keep going. We're talking about determination here, right? Focus, perseverance. Come on, man. Going with this for you guys. So thanks for viewing this far.